Hello once again, viewers. This is Zach Felling. I'm going to be talking about Ghost Mania. It's a WiiWare game. The bottom line with this game is, it's not as good as Tetris. There's more to say about it, but for those who just quickly want to know about this game, it's not as good as Tetris. It does change a few things up. The problem is, the things that it does change don't make the experience any better. In fact, it makes it worse. There's a random block generator. And in order to get rid of the blocks once you combine them, because yes, you might have guessed it, it's a falling block puzzler, in order to get rid of the blocks, you have to combine them with the shiny version of that color block. But these shiny blocks are randomly generated, so you could go the whole game without getting, let's say, a shiny blue block, which means as you build up a giant blue block that you're combining them all together, you're gonna lose just because of the luck of the draw. It's not because you suck at the game, it's just because the game decided to not give you that color block. Also, with this game, there's a story to it. The story's not really that important, and really, it's a falling block puzzler, so what do you really expect for a story? It's not needed, certainly, but the story is annoying. These characters, you can see them there, they're just not that pleasurable to look at, and they're just obnoxious. They try to tell jokes throughout in this game, and the jokes all fall flat, and it's not because I don't have a sense of humor, it's not funny, and I would have actually preferred there be no story at all. The actual look of the characters, I'm not a big fan of either. They went for a more realistic look versus the background, which is cartoonish, and I actually like the look of the background. It has a personality to it, it at least keeps things fresh because there's a lot of different backgrounds throughout the game as you advance to different stages, but these characters just, they don't have a visual appeal to me, and I maybe would have preferred just even a more cartoonish look. It just would have been better. The actual music in the game is just solid. It's not anything fantastic, but it's nice to listen to at least. It's all themed sort of with the background that you're on at that particular time. There are 4 modes. The first mode, the main mode, is arcade mode, and that's just simply trying to try to break enough puzzles or break enough blocks, combine them together, and to get a certain goal, and then you advance to the next stage. The other one is puzzle mode, and that again has a story to it. It's pretty much identical to the story in arcade mode. And for puzzle mode, it's just you're set up in a situation, and you have a limited number of moves to break all of the blocks on the screen. And I actually really liked the puzzle mode, with the exception of that it's difficult later in the game, and there's no hint system or anything that can allow you to advance further and sort of help you along. It's just, there's no help system at all in this game, there's no instructions, so it's a rather unintuitive game at first, because you're thinking, oh, this is going to be exactly like Tetris, and it's sort of like Tetris, but if you go along the vein that you're thinking that it will be like Tetris, you will screw up, and there's no instructions really to help you out. And that, like I was saying with the puzzle mode, there's just not much there to help you out, and it can get bothersome with the later levels, but it still is the most enjoyable mode. There's 2-player mode in this, and it works. It's more fun. I think that most games like this are more fun when you're competing against a friend rather than a high score, so, you know, that offers a little bit of replayability to this game, but the real bottom line here is that there are so many games like this, it does nothing to distinguish itself from these other games, and the little bit that it does, because it's a little bit different, hurts the gameplay experience overall, and you just want to go and play the other games that are like this one, but only better.